Have you ever been told you're too sensitive or that you care too much? Have you found yourself giving all to others only to feel depleted and unappreciated? If you've ever wondered whether your capacity for profound love and caring is truly a burden rather than a gift, then this video is for you. Today, we're going into the tricky area of loving too deeply, exploring whether it's possible to care too much, and more crucially, how to love others while also guarding your own heart. The reality of deep love or loving deeply isn't simply about feeling more intensely. It's about experiencing connections with your complete self. When you love and care profoundly, you don't just think about someone occasionally, you carry them with you. Their grief becomes your suffering, their joy becomes your celebration, and their problems keep you awake at night. This kind of love is all-consuming, overwhelming, and sometimes misinterpreted by others who haven't experienced it. You might find yourself checking in on pals often, remembering anniversaries and crucial events that others forget, or feeling physically touched by someone else's emotional status. You're the person who observes when someone's grin doesn't reach their eyes, who picks up on tiny changes in behavior, and who feels obliged to help even when it isn't asked for. This strong emotional connection means you experience life not only through your own lens, but through the experiences of everyone you care about. The beautiful side of deep care. Before we tackle the issues, let's celebrate the tremendous beauty of your deep ability for love. People who love sincerely are frequently the ones who alter lives. You're the friend who remembers the small details, the partner who loves unconditionally, and the family member who never gives up. Your empathy allows you to connect with others on a profound level, bringing comfort and understanding that many people badly need. In a world that sometimes feels disconnected and chilly, your kindness is a unique gift. You're the person others turn to in their darkest moments because they know you'll not just listen, but actually understand. You have an incredible ability to make people feel seen, heard, and cherished. Your love has the capacity to heal wounds, restore hope, and inspire others to be their best selves. You enjoy others' achievements as if they were your own, and you grieve their losses with genuine anguish. This kind of true connection builds relationships that last lifetimes and memories that sustain individuals through difficult times. Think about the impact you've had on others. The buddy you talked through a crisis, the family member you helped during a difficult change, or the colleague you encouraged when they doubted themselves. Your profound concern has ripple effects that stretch far beyond what you can see. You've undoubtedly stopped someone from giving up, made someone feel less alone, or given someone the strength to take a risk they needed to take. When love becomes a burden, but here's where it gets complicated. When you love too deeply without limitations, that precious gift can become a crushing burden. You can find yourself continuously worried about others, assuming responsibility for their feelings, or feeling terrible when you can't fix their problems. This kind of love can lead to emotional tiredness, anxiety, and a sensation of losing yourself in other people's lives. You grow so concentrated on caring for others that you neglect to care for yourself. The indicators of loving too deeply without knowledge are frequently subtle at first. You can start canceling your own plans to be available for others, or find yourself unable to enjoy wonderful moments because you're worried about someone who's hurting. You may feel physical symptoms like headaches, sleep disruptions, or digestive issues that arise from carrying emotional tension that isn't even yours. Your mood becomes depending on how the people you love are doing, generating an emotional roller coaster that you can't control. You might also notice that you're always the one initiating contact, always the one remembering crucial events, and always the one making sacrifices in relationships. When you love intensely without boundaries, you typically attract people who are comfortable taking without giving back, leading to a pattern of 1. Cited relationships that leave you feeling drained and underappreciated. The psychology behind deep love, understanding why you love so profoundly, will help you handle it more efficiently. Often, those who love strongly learned early in life that their worth was related to how much they could give to others. Perhaps you grew up in a family where you were applauded for being helpful, compassionate, or selfless, or maybe you learned that love was conditional on your capacity to meet others' needs. Sometimes deep love emerges as a response to early experiences of loss, abandonment, or emotional neglect. If you experience uneven care as a youngster, you might have developed a heightened sensitivity to others' feelings and an overwhelming desire to protect anyone from enduring the anguish you previously felt. This develops a habit where you overcompensate by giving more than what's healthy or sustainable. There's also a neurological component to consider. Some people are naturally more sensitive to emotional stimuli, absorbing sensations more profoundly and intensely than others. This isn't a shortcoming, it's a distinctive way of experiencing the world that comes with both gifts and problems. The myth of too much. Love here is something vital to understand. You don't genuinely love too much. What you could struggle with is loving without wisdom, without boundaries, or without balance. The problem isn't the depth of your love, it's how you communicate and manage that affection. True love includes self-love, and good relationships demand boundaries, even when your heart wants to give all. Society often provides confusing messages about profound love and compassion. We're told to be sympathetic and caring, but then stigmatized as too sensitive or needy, when we actually embrace these qualities. This generates uncertainty and embarrassment around what is essentially a great feature of your personality. The truth is that the world needs more individuals who love truly, not less. Learning to love wisely, loving intelligently, implies realizing that you may care deeply while also keeping your own emotional well-being. It implies accepting that you cannot save everyone, heal every problem, or carry every load. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is allow others to confront their own struggles and develop from them. This doesn't make you selfish, it makes you sustainable. Wise love demands discretion. Not every individual who enters your life deserves the same level of emotional investment. Not every situation needs your immediate response. Not every problem requires your intervention. Learning to distinguish between when your support is actually required versus when it's enabling someone to avoid their own growth is a key ability for those who love sincerely. Loving properly also requires knowing that your strong caring might occasionally overwhelm others. Some people aren't comfortable with strong emotional connection, and that's good. Learning to dial down your intensity in some relationships doesn't mean you're being fake. It means you're being considerate of others, comfort levels, and relationship types. The art of emotional regulation. One of the most critical abilities for deep loves to master is emotional regulation. This doesn't mean repressing your sentiments, but rather knowing how to experience them without being overwhelmed by them. When someone you care about is in suffering, you can acknowledge that anguish, offer assistance, and preserve your own emotional stability. Techniques like mindfulness meditation, breathing exercises, and grounding techniques can help you stay grounded while emotions run high. Learning to pause before reacting, to breathe through overwhelming feelings, and to separate your emotions from others' emotions are skills that will assist you throughout your life. Setting boundaries without losing your heart. Setting boundaries doesn't imply loving less, it means loving more efficiently. When you protect your own emotional energy, you ensure that you have something significant to share. Think of boundaries as the container that holds your love, not the wall that prevents it. You may still be sympathetic, supportive, and loving while saying no to demands that drain you or situations that compromise your well-being. Boundaries might look like restricting how often you check in on someone who's going through a difficult time, saying no to social activities when you need to recharge, or refusing to engage in conversations that consistently leave you feeling worse. It can mean not immediately replying to every text or phone, even from individuals you love profoundly. Remember that boundaries are not punishment, they're protection. They safeguard your ability to show up genuinely in relationships, prevent resentment from building up, and guarantee that your care comes from a position of true choice rather than obligation or guilt. The importance of self-compassion. If you're someone who loves profoundly, you probably show enormous compassion to others while being harsh and judgmental with yourself. Learning to treat yourself with the same love you show others is not selfish, it's vital. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and you cannot love people properly if you don't love yourself. Self-compassion allows you to recharge, reflect, and return to your relationships with renewed energy and perspective. Self-compassion involves three key components: treating yourself with kindness when you make mistakes or face difficulties, recognizing that suffering and imperfection are part of the human experience, and maintaining mindful awareness of your thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. Practice speaking to yourself the way you would speak to a good friend. Notice when your inner critic becomes harsh and consciously pick more loving, understanding words. Remember that you deserve the same amount of care and attention that you so readily give to others. Recognizing energy vampires and toxic relationships. When you love sincerely, you're generally drawn to those that need aid, fixing, or saving. Unfortunately, this can make you a target for folks who take advantage of compassionate people. Learning to spot the indicators of energy vampires and toxic relationships is vital for protecting your well-being. Energy vampires are persons that continuously drain your emotional energy without reciprocating. They can be chronic complainers who never take counsel, people who cause drama and chaos wherever they go, or persons who always seem to be in trouble. While everyone goes through terrible times, energy vampires make their issues everyone else's concern. Toxic relationships often involve deception, guilt-tripping, or emotional blackmail. If someone makes you feel guilty for having boundaries, punishes you for not being available 24/7, or habitually takes without giving back, it's time to reconsider that connection. Finding your people. One of the most essential things you can do is surround yourself with individuals who understand and respect your depth of compassion. Not everyone will get you, and that's okay. Look for partnerships with people who appreciate emotional depth, who reciprocate your degree of concern, and who respect your limits. These connections will seem balanced and nutritious rather than exhausting and one-sided. Your folks will applaud your sensitivity rather than shame you for it. They'll appreciate your compassion, reciprocate your care, and understand when you need space to recharge. These partnerships will feel simple and natural, without the constant effort and emotional strain that characterizes unbalanced relationships. Don't settle for relationships where you have to darken your light or reduce your loving nature. The proper individuals will view your great love as the gift it is and will treasure it accordingly. Practical strategies for sustainable love. Developing practical skills for managing your profound love is vital for long-term emotional wellness. This can include arranging regular alone time to process your emotions, practicing saying no in low-stakes situations to train your boundary, setting muscles, or creating rituals that help you move between caring for others and caring for yourself. Consider keeping a notebook where you may process your feelings regarding relationships and situations. This can help you spot patterns, realize when you're taking on too much, and appreciate the positive impact you make on others' lives. Transforming deep love into strength. Your potential for great love and concern isn't a flaw to overcome, it's a power to harness. When harnessed appropriately, your empathy can become a superpower. You have the ability to see people's sorrow, comprehend their needs, and offer true comfort. The key is understanding how to use this gift without emptying oneself. This includes choosing your battles, setting realistic expectations, and recognizing that love sometimes means letting go. Consider how you may use your deep, loving nature in ways that excite rather than exhaust you. This can mean volunteering for topics you're passionate about, mentoring others, or choosing job routes that allow you to help people while maintaining healthy boundaries. If you recognize yourself in this description, know that you're not alone and you're not broken. Your tremendous capacity for love and caring is both a gift and a responsibility. A gift to be cherished and a responsibility to be managed responsibly. The goal isn't to love less, but to love better. To love in a way that honors both your own needs and the needs of others. To love with boundaries, intelligence, and sustainability. You are not too much. You are not too sensitive. You are not too caring. You are exactly what this world needs, but you need to be precisely what you need too. Your heart is a wonderful resource that ought to be cherished and honored. When you take care of yourself with the same attention you show others, you build a sustainable circle of love that can last a lifetime. Remember that healing and growth are ongoing processes. There will be days when you slip back into old patterns of overgiving or boundary crossing. That's natural and anticipated. Be patient with yourself as you learn new methods of loving. Celebrate tiny triumphs, like saying no when you need to or taking time for yourself without shame. These seemingly little activities are truly big alterations in how you interact to yourself and others. Your journey of learning to love wisely is not just about protecting yourself. It's about becoming more effective in how you support others. When you love from a place of strength rather than depletion, when you give from abundance rather than emptiness, your effect becomes more powerful and more sustainable. You become a model for others of what healthy love looks like. The relationships in your life will likewise transform as you adopt these changes. Some people may resent your new boundaries or be uncomfortable with your greater self-care. That's information about them, not about you. The individuals who truly love you will promote your growth and respect your requirements. Those who don't may naturally fall away, making space for healthy friendships. Consider this video the beginning of a new chapter in your life, one where your deep capacity for love becomes a source of strength rather than exhaustion, where your caring nature enhances your life rather than overwhelming it, and where you finally give yourself permission to receive the same level of love and care that you so freely give to others. Your sensitivity is not a problem to overcome but a talent to embrace. Your great love is not a burden to bear but a gift to share properly. Your compassionate heart is not too much for this planet. It's exactly what this world needs, provided in exactly the correct measure. Remember, the world needs people like you. People who feel sincerely, care genuinely, and love without prejudice. But the world also needs you to be healthy, balanced, and entire. So take care of that wonderful, caring heart of yours. Set those boundaries, practice that self-compassion, and continue loving fully, but love wisely. Your narrative doesn't end with being overwhelmed by love. It progresses into being empowered by it. Your profound care isn't anything to apologize for. It's something to cherish and channel intentionally. You have the potential to change your greatest sensitivity into your greatest strength. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments below. How can you reconcile deep love with reasonable boundaries? What tactics have helped you love others while also taking care of yourself? Have you experienced the change from overwhelming love to empowered love? Share your tale. Your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And if you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more stuff about emotional wellness, relationships, and personal growth. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos that might speak to your heart. I'm committed to generating information that validates and empowers sensitive, compassionate people like you. Until next time, remember your love is a gift, so treat it like one. Treat yourself like the lovely, valuable person you are. And keep loving intensely, but love with intelligence, boundaries, and joy. You've got this, and you're not alone on this trip.